Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. Do you ever wonder why some people seem to just get everything they want in life while others remain stuck in a rut? The answer may lie in how you spend your free time. It's easy to develop habits that don't serve us well, especially when we're off the clock and our guards are down. But here is an uplifting truth. Recognizing these habits is the first step to transforming your life for the better. Nobody is a lost cause, and a few small changes can make a world of difference. If you want to change your life, all you have to do is change your life. And I'll tell you, there are some pet peeves that I have of things people do in their off time, and sometimes I just look and think, why? Why are you doing that? Why are you self-sabotaging yourself? Why can't you just make some small changes, minor changes? It's not even a big change to stop complaining and stop blaming others. It's all too easy to fall into that trap of playing the victim, especially when things aren't going your way. Complaining about your circumstances and blaming others might provide temporary relief, but it keeps you from taking the reins of your own life. Because you're always pointing fingers and giving away your power to change things. You're essentially saying, I have no control, it's not my fault, and that mindset will sabotage you, and it is not going to get you where you need to be. The good news is it's never too late to change your perspective. Instead of focusing on what others did wrong, concentrate on what you can do right. Let me say that again. Instead of focusing on what others did wrong, concentrate on what you did right. And, when you catch yourself complaining, pause and ask yourself, what actions can I take to improve this situation? I'm going to say it one more time because I believe in this. This complaining crap has got to go, all right? Your life is a direct representation of the choices you have made. You are exactly where you want to be right now. You've decided to be where you are. Nobody else decided that for you. You make the choices. Your life is one of free will. Therefore, you are where you want to be. You don't want to be there anymore? You want to change your life? Now it's time to change your life. And when you catch yourself complaining, again, I'm going to say it, pause and ask, what action can I take to improve this situation? And the moment that you start looking for solutions rather than problems, your shift is going to become dynamic. You will become an active participant in your life rather than a spectator. And trust me, it's a game changer when it comes to achieving success. When you start owning your situation and making changes to improve it, I'm telling you what, like night and day, your life can turn on a dime. And you can have a better life, a fantastic life. You just got to avoid that, oh, but it's their fault, or they did this, or the economy's bad right now, or the president did this, or this is going on in the world. All a bunch of crap and has nothing to do with your personal circumstance. You can do anything. Do you know that during the Great Depression, there were hundreds, if not thousands, of millionaires made every year? People found a way to make incredible amounts of money while most people suffered and were failing because they were falling into the circumstance that they were given. When you find yourself at a point where you're in a life that you don't want to live in anymore, make a change. Go out, change your life, create new circumstances for yourself. It's fantastic. It works for every single person who tries it. You can do it too, my friend. And never ignore personal development. You know what I mean? Let's face it, after a long day at work, though, the last thing most of us want to dive into is a self-help book or to practice a new skill. I totally get that. But here's the thing. Ignoring personal development is like neglecting to water a plant. It really is, and then wondering why it won't grow. Your mind is no different from the plant. It thrives on growth and stimulation. So when you get into the habit of ignoring opportunities for personal development, you're essentially putting a cap on your potential. The flip side, you don't have to dedicate hours on end to improve yourself. You can just start small. That's what I'm recommending. Listen to a 15-minute podcast on a topic you know very little about. Spend a few minutes each day journaling or reflecting on your goals. Listen to a Doug Vandergraph video every day. You're obviously doing that. Things that give you referenceable ideas and suggestions that you can act upon that'll improve your life. Maybe pick a book you've been meaning to read. Commit to reading just one chapter before bed every single day. Do you know most millionaires read one book every week? I get it. It's hard to sit down and read all the time. We have family obligations, other things to do. Start small. Just read one chapter a day. Anybody can get through one chapter. You're in the restroom. It's a great time to read. You got nothing else going on right then and there. You might as well pull out a book, read a chapter. And these small investments in yourself are going to compound over time. And before you know it, you're going to see incredible improvements in your life. I'm telling you, the best part is you don't need a huge time commitment to start reaping the rewards. It's all about consistent, mindful choices that inch you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. And don't procrastinate. I've done videos on procrastination. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, procrastination, the art of delaying what needs to be done. We're all guilty of it at some point, and the allure of putting off tasks is often too tempting to resist, right? That TV show comes on, maybe something comes up that distracts you, or maybe you just don't feel like doing something. And we've worked through this, but there is a high cost because procrastination robs you of time you're never going to get back. Time is a commodity that's so precious. It's your most valuable asset, okay? And it keeps your dreams perpetually on the horizon and never within reach. When you procrastinate, you're not just pushing tasks to a later date. You are cluttering your mind with stress and guilt. And I tell you what, these feelings not only make you less productive, but also take a toll on your well-being. And they do. So here's the deal. This is how you can break free of the procrastination trap. Start by identifying small, manageable tasks related to your goal and tackle them one by one. Make a deal with yourself. Say, look, I'll dedicate the next minute to this task. Set a timer. I guarantee you, if you get into it for a minute, 90% of the time, you'll continue until the task is complete. All we need to get through procrastination, usually 99.99% of the time, is just the initial start. We just have to get involved, engaged. Once you get engaged in a task and start moving forward, I tell you what, it's going to make all the difference in the world. So instead of thinking about things such as, I need to clean the whole house, start with, I'll sort the laundry, or I'm just going to do the whites. Once you get started, I'm telling you, it'll make all the difference. And completing tasks not only chips away at the larger goal, but it also gives you a sense of accomplishment. So break your big tasks up into smaller tasks. As you get through those smaller tasks, it's going to make you feel good. It's going to motivate you. It's going to inspire you. And it's going to keep you moving forward so you can get your job done. And I'm telling you what, I believe in you and I know you can do it. Let's get beyond this procrastination crap and move forward. Let's make a habit of taking immediate action. So it's kind of like giving yourself an upgrade, right? You take immediate action and bit by bit, you're building a future where your goals aren't just wishes, they're realities, where the tasks that need to be done in your life are not just thoughts, they're actually completed, done. You can move forward to new great things and take on bigger and better things. But the clutter of daily, day-to-day life activities it can really bog you down. So you want to keep moving forward. Get the little things done. Get that crap pushed out of the way. Clear the way for the big successes that are coming your way. And I'm telling you what, when you get successful, you're going to be busy and you're not going to have time for these little things. You're going to want to get those out of the way so you can focus on moving the mountain instead of just raking the gravel. You know what I'm saying? So, and the other deal is it's not going to be an instant gratification thing, It's funny, we live in a world right now where Everybody wants instant gratification. You know, a lot of scientists say it has to do with the dopamine rush that comes from the quick reward. But you know, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. While there's nothing wrong with enjoying life's little pleasures, the problems arise when these quick fixes become your coping mechanism. So we want to make sure that we invest our time in something that pays us back, right? Not just momentarily, but in the long run, okay? So we want to make sure we get these projects, tasks out of the way, and then we can move forward with the bigger things we want in our life. You know, imagine swapping out just 1 hour of TV time for exercise, or choosing to cook a healthy meal over ordering fast food. You know, these are little sacrifices that we can make, and I wouldn't call it a sacrifice, I would call it an investment, because you're not giving up pleasure, but rather deferring it for something even better down the road. And the beauty of this approach is that it transforms your perspective. You'll start seeing each choice as an opportunity to deposit into your future you account. Make choices now that are going to benefit you down the road. You know, it takes discipline, but the returns on this investment are immeasurable. You're not just enjoying life, you need to enrich your life, and you can do that. You just need to forego the simple little pleasures, you know, for the long-term goals. Make a few sacrifices. I'm telling you what, eventually it becomes a behavior mechanism and it becomes a habit to sacrifice the short-term pleasures for your long-term goals so you have the ability to realize them and have a better life, a great life. There's so much that can come your way, and you can have anything you want. You just have to make better choices. You know, and don't hang out with negative people. I tell you what, I have absolutely no time for people who want to tell me how things cannot be done. I want to sit down and talk about how things can be done. I want to work with positive people. Negative people can go be negative with other negative people, and they can have the life that they have. And I know the kind of life negative people have, and it's negative. I want to be with positive people and have a positive life. I want benefits coming my way. I want opportunities. I want to engage with ideas and be a part of the next gen opportunities that are coming forth. You can be a part of that too. But here's the deal. Did you ever notice how your mood can change depending on the company you keep? You know, it's no accident. We're social creatures. We're influenced more than we'd like to admit by the people around us. So if you find yourself spending a lot of your free time with individuals who are consistently negative, it might be time for some social spring cleaning, okay? Or fall cleaning in this case. You know what? Sometimes we lose people in our lives, and it's not always a loss. It's just the truth. I'm not trying to be negative or say, hey, just because that person's negative, don't give them a chance. You change. When you change, that's the opportunity for other people to see your change and make a change for themselves. If they're not coming along on the opportunity bus with you, you know what? That's okay. You can leave them at the stop. It doesn't mean you don't continue to move forward. You can always come back and try to pick them up again. Maybe their attitude will change. Maybe they'll see the progress and the success that you're having in your life with a positive attitude, so maybe they'll come around and become a more positive person. But you know what? Here's the deal. You can't be positive 100% of the time when you're hanging around with 100% negative people. Some people are just negative, but it's crucial. Negative environments, they act like emotional black holes. They drain your energy and your enthusiasm. It's like trying to grow a plant in a dark room, right? No matter how much you water it, it's going to struggle without sunlight, right? So here's the challenge for you. Start curating your social circle like you would a playlist for the perfect party. Think of it that way. You know, include people who uplift you, who challenge you in a positive way, who make you want to be the best version of yourself. Be around those people as much as you possibly can. And it doesn't mean you have to completely cut ties with those who are negative. Just limit your exposure and set healthy boundaries. That's important. You know, and you also want to make sure that social media is fantastic, but I dislike going to a out somewhere and seeing a family together, and it's a husband and a wife, or whatever the circumstance is, with children, and they're all on their damn cell phone. And if I catch it out of the corner of my eye, they're all on Facebook or some social media platform. It's a double-edged sword if there ever was one. On one hand, it keeps us connected with friends, families, and current events, but it is way too easy to get sucked into endless scrolling, losing precious moments or even hours that could be spent more productively. Let's be real. I'm not demonizing social media here. It has its perks, like, staying in touch with long-distance friends, finding inspiration. But, the snag starts when it consumes your free time. It's like leaving you with a weird mix of and a feeling of emptiness, I believe. So instead of aimlessly scrolling through your feed, I recommend you set a timer for how long you'll spend on social media. Or better yet, designate specific check-in times throughout the day. Schedule your social media interaction. Don't just sit there on your phone and aimlessly wander through social media all day long. You want to use that time you're wasting for activities that genuinely nourish your soul and move you closer to your goals, like reading, sketching, writing down your ideas. You want to make sure you get out your black book. And when you have your black book, you can write down, your ideas for your business you want to start, or write down 20 ways 20 activities you're going to work on over the next 24 hours to move you closer to your primary goal. Or, get out your goal card and read that over and over and over again. You're going to get a hell of a lot more out of reading this goal card over and over and over again than you're ever going to get from Facebook, Instagram, or any of that other crap. I'm telling you right now, advertise yourself success and you'll get success in your life. Sit around and aimlessly wander through Facebook or whatever other social media platforms you might be on. You're just going to get confusion. And it's not always inspiring to sit there and watch that crap. You can implement a simple change. Bring a book with you everywhere you go. You know what? If you were to read this book right here over and over and over, I'm telling you what it's going to provide you is with knowledge and information and inspiration that's going to change your life, all right? This man spoke to 500 of the most successful families in the world. After speaking with them, he wrote this book. I'm telling you what, if he spoke with 500 of the most successful people in the world, this guy knew something that you and I don't. So we can learn and we can garner from his experiences the information we need to be successful. I recommend this book. I read it every day, over and over and over again. There's so much knowledge and information in here. Put this in this, okay? I'm telling you what. Instead of reading social media and putting that into your gourd, read good information and put ideas and knowledge into your mind that's going to give you results that are going to equate to a better life. Okay? And don't act without a plan. Sometimes spontaneity is exhilarating. A spur-of-the-moment road trip or an impromptu dinner with friends can be the highlight of your week. I completely get it. But when it comes to spending your free time wisely, a little planning can go a long way. Acting without a plan may seem freeing, and I get it. Sometimes I love to grab my wife, we hop into our luxury automobile, and it's like a TV commercial for a fancy car. We're driving through the mountains, there's snow, the leaves are changing, it's beautiful. I love doing that with her. But you know what? When it comes to spending your free time wisely, I recommend planning a bit, because before you know it, the weekend's gone and you're left wondering, what did I even do? And I think about that when I'm driving in the car. I have the unfortunate circumstance of constantly thinking, what should I be doing with my time right now? Where could I be? What business could we be opening? What business do we currently own that could benefit from me being a little bit more involved? And as I think through these things, it kind of distracts from the original purpose, and that was to spend time with my spouse. So I tend to refocus and get re-engaged with her. But then I just involve her in conversations around what businesses we can open and how our interaction together could benefit any business that we do currently own. I want to work together as a team member with her and not as an individual. I just do better when I work with her. So I'd want to tell you, it's not about scheduling every minute of your day. That's a fast track to burnout. Trust me, you can't schedule every moment. Instead, think of it as setting intentions for your free time. So what's one small thing you want to accomplish? Maybe it's starting a new book, organizing a workspace, or spending quality time with someone special, like I do with my wife. Or maybe you want to start a business. I just recommend taking a few minutes, each morning or the night before to outline what you'd like to do with your day. And this works really well. I know you're already doing this for work and for business and things like that, but we tend to kind of get a little lackadaisical on the weekends. We're like, well, I don't have to do my 9 to 5 today, and I have some free time on the weekend, so I'm just going to veg out and watch TV and do whatever. And, but I think it helps if we prioritize activities that bring us closer to our long-term goals. So it's a simple habit that I recommend maybe trying this Friday evening. Plan out your Saturday. What are some things that you want to accomplish? What have you been putting off that maybe you need to focus on? Don't plan the time out like from 8 to 9:30 I'm going to do this, but from 9:30 to 12 I'm going to do this. Instead, set some intentions for the day. So, on Saturday this week, I'm going to focus on starting a new business. I'm going to go out and research some ideas, write down some of my own ideas, and I'm going to spend at least an hour or 2 hours doing that. And then on Sunday, maybe you have some chores that need to be accomplished, so that's your intention for that day. You don't have to lock yourself in. It'll just burn you out and it'll frustrate you, but set some better intentions for the day rather than just laying around in your pajamas and resting. Listen, nobody is that tired, okay? You have time. Everybody has time every week, and especially on the weekends, to dedicate some moments for yourself, to bettering yourself, and making your life better. And, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you 100%, and I know you can do it. None of us are immune to any of these habits that I've discussed here. But the beauty of life is consistent and constant change can always offer you a fresh start. You have the power to rewrite your story, and it all begins with how you spend your free time. Recognize that any of the tendencies you may have to get off track, don't worry about it. Just recognize, hey, this gets me off track, and then don't do that anymore. Or this other thing that I do on the weekends. Maybe on Friday you go out and drink with your friends and blow half your paycheck on booze, and you're making some bar owner extremely wealthy. Don't make other people wealthy when you need to keep the money for yourself, because that money is for you. You earned that money. Make yourself wealthy. Spend that money on things that's going to enrich your life, enhance your opportunities, and better your circumstance. Not only for you, but for your family. And I'm not saying, small deliberate changes won't make a big difference, because you know what? They will. It's kind of like throwing a pebble into a lake, a still lake. The ripples will progress out, and we have no idea what changes need to occur in the world in order for us to get everything it is that we want. But we do know that our future is shaped by what we do today, so we need to make today count. And I'm telling you what, if anybody can do it, you can. I get so excited and so pumped up when I think about all the amazing opportunity. I think of who I used to be, in the past, and I think about who I am now and who I have the opportunity to still become, and it's so exciting for me, and I know that you can do it too. And anybody can. It's not just you or me, it's anybody. Limitless opportunity and potential for this life exists right now in this moment, and I know that you can do it. You know what? I care about you so much. I get so excited thinking about all the amazing things that are going to be coming into your life. You're going to make a few small changes here and there. When you see the difference and when you see the change and the outcomes that you get, you are going to be so motivated to continue, and you're going to move forward. And I know that things are going to be great for you long term. Listen, you are amazing. You have the ability in you, and you are 100% worth it. So go out there. Make today the best day it can possibly be. Make tomorrow the best tomorrow can possibly be. You know what? Plan for the weekend and set the expectation that you're going to do different things that are going to enrich, enhance your life, and make everything better. There are limitless possibilities. You can do it. Take advantage of it. And friends, I'm going to be back tomorrow with some really great stuff. I care about you. I think you're amazing. And if anybody can do it, you can. I want to say that one more time. If anybody can do it, you can. Have a great day, friends. I'll be back tomorrow.